In this video, we're going to be talking about grants for the month of February. A $1,000 grant, a $2,500 to $5,000 grant, a $10,000 grant, and a $25,000 grant for entrepreneurs. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate, income, and credit. So if you'd like to know what these new grants are for the month of February, those that are expiring that need to apply now, make sure you watch the video to the end, subscribe for more grants, and leave a comment below if you need help with anything. So we're going to be sharing with you new grants every month, from small business grants, to financial grants, to personal grants, to emergency assistance grants, to easy grants, to rolling grants, and much more. And we're going to be updating our calendar section at my website, AskRinde.com, and you can view our calendar section for the latest updates on grants. So if you're ready to learn how to get grants consistently, how to get grants on purpose, and how to get grants around the country, make sure you join us for our Grants Masterclass by going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. We have students from all around the country experiencing this top masterclass on grants, and they're getting grants big and small, not only in their areas, but everywhere in the country. Number 1, the Voodoo Visionaries Grant, $10,000 in grants. So Voodoo, the short video platform for remote work in the new workplace, just recently announced its new Visionaries Grant program for women entrepreneurs. So this grant is being released as a grant contest and a pitch grant, and it's primarily for founders of companies who actually have a vision for the future of the workplace. The grant contest is meant to reveal innovation and the foresight that many of these founders think will be solutions to the new workplace and the new world that we live in. So being that Voodoo is a short video platform, this grant application and grant pitch is actually done almost entirely via video. So for this $10,000 grant, they require 60-second video submissions. Now we teach you all about video submissions for grants in our Grants Masterclass. And we actually go down the line and we show you exactly what to include, how to actually shoot your videos, and actually how to present yourself when you're actually going for your grant submission and your grant applications. So for this grant, in the 60-second time slot that they're allotting, they're encouraging founders to basically share their story and also give their elevator pitch on their business and also their vision. And after your video is completed, they're encouraging you to share your video to your Voodoo network, after which the top 10 finalists will actually be chosen for the final round. Now there's a total of 10 judges from all diverse backgrounds that will be deciding on who the final winner will be for this $10,000 grant. Now the deadline to apply is February 25th, and you can actually apply by simply going to their website at voodoo.com. Now the finalists will actually be chosen on March 31st, and that's when the winner will be announced for this new $10,000 grant. Number 2, the Invest in Progress Grant, $10,000 in grants. So business software developer Sage and the female entrepreneur online community, the Boss Network, recently announced the Invest in Progress grants for female entrepreneurs. Now these are $10,000 grants meant to help and support Black female entrepreneurs during their first 5 years in business. And during these 5 years, Sage and the Boss Network has committed to support 25 Black female entrepreneurs with $10,000 each, giving it a grand total funding of over $250,000 for these female entrepreneurs. In addition to that, they're also going to be getting a year-long mentorship and education program, quarterly business training, and also access to Boss Network online. Now this grant is primarily for Black female entrepreneurs and startup companies. You can apply by going to helloalice.com, and they have a list of criteria that you'll actually have to go through when you actually click on the apply button, and they share with you who their ideal candidate is. They want you to be a Black female entrepreneur who's purpose driven, who knows their customer, and actually knows what to do with the money if they were able to receive the $10,000 grant. In addition to that, they actually have a questionnaire section where they go through qualifying questions to ensure that you actually meet eligibility requirements. So the deadline to apply for this grant is February 25th at 6 p.m. But the application portal may close on February 8th at 6 p.m. So I highly encourage you to apply for this grant now. There are many people who are actually going for this grant, specifically Black female entrepreneurs. So if you actually fit that category, you want to make sure that you take advantage of this and apply as soon as possible. We're also going to be leaving information for this grant in our resource area at my website, AskRinde.com. Number 3, Rhode Island. The Rhode Island REBOUNDS Small Business Grant, $2,500 to $5,000 in grants. So Governor Dan McKee of Rhode Island just recently announced a new $12.5 million grant program for small businesses called the REBOUNDS Small Business Grant Program. Now they acknowledge that small businesses in Rhode Island continue to face challenges. Businesses in the retail space, personal service space, tourism space, hospitality space, basically businesses that actually require foot traffic, are continue to hurt as a result of the pandemic. Now, these $2,500 to $5,000 grants are going to be direct financial assistance for these companies and these small businesses. Now, this $12.5 million is part of funds from the America's Rescue Plan funds that Rhode Island received to be able to administer and help the state rebound and recover. So the governor's idea is to really help these small businesses rebound by giving them these grants to be able to help them cover expenses that they've had, losses that they've taken since the pandemic has started. So far, programs in the state has distributed over $18 million, or about $5,000 grants to over 3,700 businesses. Now, the application process for this grant is underway as it just opened up on February 1st. So the deadline to apply is February 15th. So if you're in that location, I highly encourage you to apply as soon as possible because they're going to be distributing funds based on first come, first served basis. Once the funds run out, they may actually open it up in another subsequent round. But if you want to qualify and go in for the grant for this round, highly encourage you to apply right away. So you can actually apply by going directly to their website at commerceri.com/RI Rebound. And priority for these grants are going to be given to first-time recipients of pandemic relief, very small businesses, and also minority-owned businesses. The AskRinde grant, our grant, $1,000 in grants. So we're so excited to be underway with the launch of our first grant program, which is a $1,000 grant for everyone. Anyone and everyone can apply, and you have. I've been getting the reports that many people have been actually applying for our grant, and we're really excited. We want to make a difference. That's one of the reasons why we've extended this grant out, to be able to help startups, to be able to help entrepreneurs, to be able to help you personally. Some people are in a jam financially, and this money can go a long way to be able to help turn their situation around. I've been there, so this is one of the reasons why we extended this out, as we actually want to make sure that we can make a difference in your life. We want to make sure that we can make an impact, and that's why we not only share valuable information, we show you how to actually get grants all around the country. We show you the strategies that I've used to be able to get grants on a monthly basis. We want to make sure that you're in position so that you're consistently in a flow of not only blessings, but also income coming in, grants coming in, and really no lack whatsoever. So our grant program is well underway. We've been getting submissions. You can actually just apply for our grant by going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and going to the grant section where you will actually see the apply button. Now, the deadline to apply for our grant is February 2nd, and then we will be announcing the winner of the grant. The recipients, 2 recipients will be chosen this round by our independent panel. We will basically be announcing who those winners are on February 10th. So I'm wishing you all the best. I hope that you actually have applied for this grant. This is up to $1,000 for everyone who applies, and we want to make sure that you actually get your submission in. Now, if you don't get the grant on this time, you actually are going to be automatically entered in for our next round. So that's a great thing, because you'll be, whoever's applied for the grant in this round that does not receive, because we're only choosing 2 recipients this round, you'll be automatically entered in for the next time that we announce a grant that we're going to be giving out in as part of our grant program. So we're really excited to actually have you as a part of not only our journey and involvement, but we look to make a big impact this year, and we look to basically help build our network all around the country and all around the world. So thank you again for being a part of that journey. Make sure you participate and also share with others who may need access to this money to be able to help turn their situation around. Number 5, the Power Forward Small Business Grant, $25,000 in grants. So Vistaprint and the Boston Celtics Shamrock Foundation has teamed up once again with the NAACP to be able to administer over $1 million in grants to small businesses. So working alongside the NAACP, the Power Forward Small Business Grant is meant to create a lasting impact in economic empowerment to Black-owned businesses all across the New England area. So this is my second time featuring this grant, as we featured this grant during their last round funding last year. And the great thing about this grant is that the recipient gets a chance to be featured on national branded and also co-branded platforms, in addition to getting marketing and also design resources. So to qualify for this $25,000 grant, the recipient must be a Black-owned business with 2 to 25 employees, and also must be based in the New England area, which is Rhode Island, Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Vermont, and a list of other New England areas. To actually see the full list of zip codes, you can actually simply go to the application site, which is helloalice.com. Now, the applicants for this grant must be able to showcase how they're going to impact the community. Now, that's one of the key things that we actually show you and teach you in our grants masterclass. We actually show you how to actually get in position and what you need to actually be thinking about doing to be able to impact your community. This is a $25,000 grant that you're going to be getting on a rolling basis. So you want to make sure that you're actually prepared to be able to apply for this grant and have the best chance of getting it. And that's one of the key things that we actually teach you inside our grants masterclass, how to actually position yourself for this particular type of grant. So in addition to actually showcasing what you will actually do for the community, they also want you to be able to demonstrate what you intend to use the $25,000 grant for. This is very key because they may be doing a review of spend and actually seeing what your stewardship is like, what you'll be using the funds for. If you're going to be using the funds for capital improvement to a building you may have, if you're going to be using it for marketing, if you're going to be using it to be able to scale, hire more employees, etc. This is what they want to see. People want to, grant sources want to basically give money towards life. They want to give money towards where there's hope, where you're going to be creating opportunities for other people. I've said this all the time. It's so important to actually understand this and be in position so that you can actually get grants consistently. So for this particular grant, they do want to know what your 5-year goals are, and they also actually want you to submit a simple video explaining your story, explaining your vision, and explaining how you're actually going to issue a community impact. So as I shared previously, this is something that we actually share with you how to actually do in our grants masterclass. So if you'd like to apply for this grant, you can go directly to the site at helloalice.com. They're working along-alongside the NAACP to be able to identify small black businesses that will actually be the recipients of this $25,000 grant that's on a rolling basis. Rolling grants are the best because they actually continue to renew, and if you have actually experienced something like this, it's a life-changing scenario, it's a life-changing experience because you're getting that money renewed on an annual basis or whatever the term is for the disbursement of the funds that's due to come to your company. So we couldn't cover all the grants available for February in this video because we like to keep the videos not too long. So if you'd like to get access to more grants for the month of February and beyond, make sure you actually join us by going to our website at AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. We actually have thousands of grants in our resource area, and we are a resource. We are not only a grant source where we disperse and give grants, we're also a key resource for grants around the country. So we actually look forward to seeing you inside our resource area. Also, please remember to join us for our Grants Masterclass, now open. We're actually teaching people from all around the country how to get grants consistently, how to get grants without barriers, how to get grants on a rolling basis, getting access to big grants, small grants, and all around. So we have students from all around the country experiencing this top masterclass, and make sure you actually join us today by going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also email me. My email address is AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.